सदन की अनुज्ञा चाहता हूँ।
Live-in relations addressed.
हम उसके साक्षी हैं, हम उसे पास कराने का एक निमित्त बन रहे हैं। इससे बड़ा आनंद का समय नहीं हो सकता।
Polygamy, bigamy prohibited.
महिलाओं को मजबूत करने के लिए, सशक्तिकरण के लिए ये बिल लाए हैं और मैं ये समझता हूँ कि आज ऐतिहासिक दिन है हमारे लिए।
Congress says Uttarakhand used for tokenism.
केंद्र से मेरी शिकायत ये है कि उन्होंने उत्तराखंड जैसे छोटे राज्य को, सीमांत राज्य को, जो संवेदनशील राज्य है कई दृष्टिकोणों से, आपने उसको टोकनिज्म के लिए इस्तेमाल किया।
Opposition netas breathe fire.
क्या 76 साल से देश चल नहीं रहा? स्मूथली चल रहा है। इसकी जरूरत क्या पड़ी आपको? सिर्फ इसलिए कि आपको सियासत करनी, हिंदू मुसलमान करना है।
तो आपको पता है कि आप इसको डॉग विसिल पॉलिटिक्स के रूप में इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं और ये कालांतर में आपको पीड़ा देगा।
UCC in other states soon. Top focus on India first.
And amid chants of Bharat Mata ki Jai and Jai Shri Ram, the Uniform Civil Code Bill was tabled in the Uttarakhand Assembly. The Congress, of course, is up in arms, saying democratic parliamentary norms were not followed. The AIUDF accused the BJP of majoritarianism. But is this an extremely important step towards gender justice? Or as some critics argue, the state actually wants to police even live-in relationships now. I'm Gaurav Sawant. We get you all sides of this very important debate as several BJP states, including Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh and Maharashtra, talk about following in Uttarakhand's footsteps. But first, as always, the headlines. Ajit Pawar wins round 1 of the Pawar versus Pawar fight. Election Commission says party name NCP and symbol belong to the Ajit Pawar faction. Sharad Pawar now to give 3 alternative names for his faction by 4 p.m. tomorrow. Enforcement Directorate versus the Aam Aadmi Party showdown escalates. Atishi accuses the probe agency of destruction of evidence. The Enforcement Directorate calls the Aam Aadmi Party charge malicious, may take legal action against the Aam Aadmi Party. Political dogfight over Rahul Gandhi's video feeding biscuits to a dog. BJP accuses the Congress MP of giving dog biscuits to Congress party workers. Rahul Gandhi rubbishes the charge, says he was just helping a dog. Massive fire at a firecracker factory in Harda, Madhya Pradesh. 11 dead, over 100 injured. Chief Minister Mohan Yadav takes stock. Hrithik Roshan, Deepika Padukone star of Fighter faces trouble. An IAF officer has slapped legal notice against the film over a kissing scene wearing the IAF uniform. The Pushkar Singh Dhami government today tabled the Uniform Civil Code amidst chants of Vande Mataram, Bharat Mata ki Jai and Jai Shri Ram. The bill, prepared under the guidance of a former Justice of the Supreme Court of India, Justice Ranjana Prakash Desai, is being hailed by the government as an important step towards gender justice and equality. Polygamy has been thrown out of the window. Children born out of wedlock will enjoy all legal rights, equal inheritance of property. But there are some aspects, including registration of a live-in relationship, that has raised several eyebrows. Our Uttarakhand Bureau with our top story on India First.
माननीय अध्यक्ष जी, मैं आपकी अनुज्ञा से समान नागरिक संहिता उत्तराखंड विधेयक 2024 को प्रस्तावित करने हेतु सदन की अनुज्ञा चाहता हूँ।
Uttarakhand Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami tabled the state's proposed Uniform Civil Code Bill in the Legislative Assembly on the 6th of February. The bill is revolutionary for all live-in relations. It is the first such legislation introduced in any Indian state since independence. bill makes it obligatory for partners to a live-in relationship within a state, whether they are resident of Uttarakhand or not, to submit a statement of live-in relationship to the registrar within whose jurisdiction they are living. The registrar will then conduct a summary inquiry. In case of a minor, parental consent is required. A live-in relationship will not be registered in cases that are when one partner is married or in another relationship. There are varied punishments as well if a couple fails to register. For couples who have been in a live-in relationship for more than a month and have not submitted the statement, the punishment is imprisonment up to 3 months or a fine up to Rs 10,000 or both. For couples who make false statements or withhold information, it could land them in jail for 3 months, a fine of Rs 25,000 or both. Anyone who fails to register a live-in relationship will face a maximum of 6 months in jail, be fined Rs 25,000 or both. Even a delay in registration by as little as a month will trigger a jail term of up to 3 months, a fine of Rs 10,000 or both. That is not all. The registrar will have to be informed in case of termination of the relationship that can invite police investigation. Where the registrar feels reasons for the relationship ending are incorrect or suspicious. Parents or guardians of those under 21 will also be informed. In cases of children born in live-in relationships, they will receive legal recognition as legitimate. The Uttarakhand UCC Bill ensures that a woman deserted by her live-in partner can claim maintenance, but it does not specify what constitutes desertion.
As much as that it recognizes live-in relationship, it makes it mandatory for the live-in relationship to be registered, and as and when almost of the same status it has given to the live-in relationship. Like in marriage, you need to take a divorce for its termination. Over here also, you need to submit a statement of termination to the court to be duly registered. It does not affect any specific religion, and it will only help to bring in more integration.
The provisions of UCC, however, won't apply to tribal communities. The bill prohibits bigamy or marriages with more than one person. Uttarakhand UCC Bill also seeks to ban Islamic practices like halala and iddat that a woman must go through after a divorce or the death of the husband. Uttarakhand is the first state in the country to introduce the bill that looks beyond the complex personal laws of India. With Ashutosh Mishra and Nalini Sharma, Bureau Report, India Today.
And as soon as the bill was tabled in the Assembly, several leaders of the BJP in BJP-ruled states spoke of following in Uttarakhand's footsteps. From independent MP Navneet Rana seeking the UCC in Maharashtra to BJP Minister Kirorilal Meena in Rajasthan, and UP Deputy Chief Minister Brijesh Pathak spoke of UCC being the need of the hour.
आज तक मोदी जी के विचारों पे चलने वाली जितनी भी राज्य हैं, भाजपा शासित जितने भी राज्य हैं, अगर उत्तराखंड में ये लागू हो रहा है तो हमारी अपेक्षा भी है कि आने वाले समय में ये देश में भी, सेंटर में भी लागू हो, और महाराष्ट्र में जहां पर हमारे डिप्टी सीएम साहब देवेंद्र फडणवीस जी हैं, तो हमारी अपेक्षा है यही कानून हमारे महाराष्ट्र में भी लागू हो.
उत्तराखंड में जो कॉमन सिविल कोड पर वो लाया जा रहा है वो बहुत आवश्यक है. समय के हिसाब से, देश की परिस्थिति के हिसाब से, क्योंकि कानून सबके लिए बराबर होना चाहिए. एक देश एक कानून. और ये मैं आपने बात बहुत अच्छी मेरे ध्यान में लाई है. मैं माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी से बात करूंगा कि अपने यहाँ भी ये लाया जाना चाहिए.
मैं उत्तराखंड में भारतीय जनता पार्टी सरकार के मुखिया श्री पुष्कर सिंह धामी जी और उनकी पूरी सरकार को यूसीसी लाने के लिए बधाई देता हूं. यूसीसी लाने का वादा किया हुआ है देश की जनता से. भाजपा का विचार का मुद्दा है और आज उत्तराखंड यानी देवभूमि से शुरुआत हुई है. आने वाले समय में मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि हमारी जो विचारधारा से जुड़े हुए विषय हैं वो आगे बढ़ेंगे.
Now, is this an important and much delayed step towards gender justice, or does this smack of majoritarianism? And is there merit in analysts questioning the timing of this bill and the aspect of registration of a live-in relationship? Are we moving in the direction of the police entering your bedroom where police actually has a role to play in deciding whether a live-in relationship can happen or not. Let's discuss some of these aspects on India First. Joining me on the show, Saira Shah Halim is a women's rights activist and analyst. Sardar R.P. Singh represents the BJP. Tehseen Poonawala is a political analyst and commentator joining me on the show. Saira Shah Halim, in your appreciation, is this an important step towards gender justice, common laws for all, or is there trouble with the aspect on the live-in relationship?
Well, Gaurav, good evening. Well, it's a mixed bag. Here, let's talk about what the Uttarakhand Uniform Civil Code, what it does and what it does not. As far as giving, the recognition to the so-called illegitimate children, I think that is quite laudable, and it is an encouraging step that the children who are born, out of the premises of marriage, they would be given the due recognition. However, here, what I have concerns about is the binary genders of male and female who are in heterosexual relationships only. Okay, so it is progressive, whereas the so-called illegitimate children are concerned. However, we need to look at, these certain clauses. For example, now supposing a couple, if the marriage is broken down irretrievably, now what happens to such marriages? Would two unhappy people be, kind of obliged to stay put in a marriage? Now, there are different questions that come up.
But there is a separate aspect. One part of the law is on divorce.
Right. So right now, what the debate is about, that the live-in relationships being registered. My only concern is that vigilantism is going to increase, because here, as it is, when we are fighting the so-called concocted theories, propagated by the right wing of love jihad and other things, interfaith couples will be really challenged, because here vigilance or some lunatic elements might come and harass interfaith couples or even same-sex couples, because here we need to understand that here state will be giving sanctions to moral policing. So here now any lunatic can come knocking and harass an interfaith or a same-sex couple, saying now the state has sanctioned it, that you need to register your live-in relationship.
Let me get Sardar R.P. Singh to respond to this. Sir, respond to the allegation that this aspect about registration of live-in relationships is moral policing, and police or the state now enters your bedroom.
Well, Gaurav, it's shocking that, the madam has picked up part of it and then is appreciating part of it, that yes, it will give recognition to illegitimate children and all, but yes, if you have the process of having the illegitimate children is being questioned. If someone is saying that if you want to have a relationship, then please have yourself registered also. What's wrong in it? I appreciate that, and we have seen a lot of cases in recent past, less than a year, where a lot of things have happened in living relationship, and people, the girls have been killed, butcheredly killed by the partners, because and then later on being thrown in dustbins or or being thrown in canals. But so this will take care of all that. So if you have a relationship, acknowledge it and stay with the woman. There's no issue.
Okay.
But the bigger issue, give me a second. But the bigger issue is, you are confining it to live-in relationship. The bigger issue is how women will be more able now. How women will be more empowered now.
Let me take this one by one. Let's spend a moment on this live-in relationship aspect. I'll come on women empowerment in just a moment, as you say it would do. Tehseen Poonawala, a woman former judge of the Supreme Court of India, Justice Ranjana Prakash Desai, played a key role in the drafting of this bill. If the argument is being made that registration of live-in relationships is important to ensure, one, children who may be born out of such a relationship get all the legal rights as in a marriage. Is this wrong if it ensures safety of women in an abusive relationship that R.P. Singh refers to, a live-in relationship where this girl was cut into multiple pieces and her body was thrown in different parts of the national capital? It is for women's security.
So there are two aspects to it. One is the child aspect, one is the abuse in a relationship aspect. Okay. Let's accept that. So why doesn't the BJP legalize marital rape? When a marriage, a woman is raped, they said a family will break. You think these guys, the BJP ever cares about women? Second, yes, if a child is born out of a wedlock, it's not a child. So, it's not wrong. You can then register the live-in at that point of time when the child is born or the woman is pregnant and give the child a right or upon a DNA test. But the fact that the police can come into your bedroom, the registrar can order an inquiry. Look at how dangerous this is. The registrar will obviously target interfaith, intercaste couples. What if it is a couple that is a same-sex couple? Because that has not been allowed in a relationship. Then the police will come in. Who is the police to enter somebody's bedroom and bed? Now let's assume it's a polygamous woman, not a man. Or somebody does not want to get married because they believe that their relationships will be sexual with different people and therefore they don't want to commit to a marriage. Who is the government to enter your bedroom? What if it's not a relationship, it's a situationship? Who is the government to enter your bedroom? What if it's a fling? One second, sir, let's understand. There are many aspects to this. If you truly want to protect women, make marital rape number one. Number two, when a woman is pregnant, she can really either register the relationship or upon a DNA test, the child can get the rights. Why do you have to have the police enter the bedroom? That is the problem. Are police now going to see who's having a fling with who?
Is it all that so simple?
Okay, RP Singh wants to respond. Go ahead, sir.
Oh, I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, you are questioning something which still has to be formed. I mean, I'm shocked. Is it all that simple that police will just walk into your bedroom? No way. I mean, simply they are asking if you are into a living relationship, staying in a hotel for more than a particular period or staying in a flat more than a particular period, go and get yourself registered in a police station. I mean, that's all. I mean, what's wrong with it? Police is not going to come and intervene in your relationship. How do your relationship is?
Okay, Saira Shah Ali wants to come into this conversation. Let Saira come in so that we keep it conversational. Go ahead, Saira.
I think this is universally accepted that not more than 10% of marriages are registered in India. And here the state is even aspiring to get live-in relationships on an already overburdened criminal justice system where, justice is not being meted now to already prevalent cases. They want to overburden their portfolio, so be it. Because here we know that when we talk about domestic violence, the maximum domestic violences happen in marriages at the hands of the husband, at the hands, in a joint family system. So let us not evade a very pertinent fact that most of the violent marriages are dowry debts. Are acid,
so there is a law for that. There is a law for that, Saira.
Within the vicinity, within the sanctity of a joint family.
Saira, there is a law for it. So if a law is being brought in and is being debated to give women additional rights and additional protection, Tehseen, how is it wrong? I'll come to Saira in just a moment.
Gaurav, I think it is also infringing on your right to privacy.
I'll just come to you in just a moment. Okay, Tehseen, quickly.
Of your privacy.
Yes, Saira is right. It's an attack on your privacy. Many couples, young or old, don't want to enter into a marriage, whether it's a contract or a religious institution, for the simple reason that they want to live their life independently. Some people want to have multiple partners. Now that is their choice. The government can't be in bedroom. Some people may have situationships. Some people may live in but not have sexual relationships. Now to register everything and the police comes and checks. Are you telling me that the police in Uttarakhand are not going to blackmail? Let's assume hypothetically, let your viewers imagine. It's a Dalit boy and an upper caste girl. Or a Hindu boy and a Muslim girl. Are you thinking it's not going to be communal? The Bajrangas are not going to come in. The Muslim fanatic groups are not going to come in. Why are you invading somebody's privacy? And then on top of it, an adult girl or an adult boy has to tell his parents. The police will tell, even if they're 19, who they're living with. Suppose the girl or the boy decide they don't want to talk to their parents. They don't want to have an equation with their parents. Now, what RP and Singh CG says, what if there's a murder? So when that murder happened in Delhi, the police investigated the relevant laws.
RP, quickly, RP Singh, quickly respond to this. I want move to other aspects of this debate.
I think the Singh should be around 40 years of age, but he's talking about like a 90-year-old, my great-grandfather who would suspect everything in life. I mean, everything happening around is suspicious, and why shall that happen? Let the bill come as a draft, sir.
Okay.
There's a progressive bill, and let's see how does it progress further. I mean, it's just a draft. You can also suggestion to
if a
your
living relationship is registered,
assembly.
A child born will have all legal rights. Now, isn't this ensuring rights of the child, rights of the women, safety of women?
you know what, Gaurav, we are talking about hits and misses. Definitely that aspect is there. However, here, like I said, it is not completely foolproof, and this is the loose ends that we need to tie up. On one hand, it is progressive because we are giving recognition to the so-called illegitimate children. On the other hand, the concern is the state entering a bedroom and acting like a vigilant, as a moral policeman. Because here the government, the state is going to sanction who you can live with, who you can love, who you can dine with.
Not at all. I mean, this is absurd. Gaurav, this is absurd. Not at all. You're simply asking people to come and register yourself, not saying that whom you are going to have a relationship with, whether it is a Hindu, Muslim, or Sikh, Isai, or whatever caste or creed you might be from.
RP Singh, respond to the criticism that chants of Jai Shri Ram. This is a law which is coming, which is being debated, which is being discussed in the assembly. The chants of Jai Shri Ram, some analysts argue, smacks of majoritarianism. AIUDF leader Aminul Islam says, if scheduled tribes are exempt, why not Muslims? The argument, some are saying that this is actually showing majoritarianism to Muslims in our country.
Well, Jai Shri Ram is not majoritism first. Let's be very clear. I mean, we all want Ram Rajya to be there. This is the process of Ram Rajya, where an illegitimate child is also being taken care of, as per the man. So it's a progression to progress towards the Ram Rajya. It's another step to the Ram Rajya. So if someone chants Jai Shri Ram, one should not take it as an offense. But again, as far as tribals goes, can I complete? Man, I never interpret you. And if someone says the tribal is not part of it, it's a work in progress. Wait for time. I mean, and it will take some more time to get tribals also on board.
Okay, Saira Shalim, you wanted to quickly come in.
See, please chant any slogan, whether it is Jai Shri Ram or Jai Siya Ram or anything. But however, the concern is, whenever any slogan is used to weaponize and demonize any community or
how is any demonization taking place? How is any demonization taking place here?
There are people, you must have seen the viral videos where people have been lynched to death using these slogans, and when...
but I've also seen videos where, other slogans have been chanted and people have been killed.
I've seen people's throat been slit.
And not denied.
Sarkan se juda.
Do
you remember, man? Sarkan se juda.
To intimidate anyone, period. Use it for spirituality. Everyone will be with you.
Do you remember that or not?
Use it as a weapon to demonize and to...
What is weapon in this? I'm sorry, man. You are trying to project a different case altogether.
Nobody has any objection.
Okay, one at a time. RP Singh comes back to you and says, Gustakhe Rasool ki ek hi saza, sar tan se juda, and Allahu Akbar, and then the throats being slit. Is that weaponization? Is that not weaponization? So, how is Jai Shri Ram being weaponized? I fail to understand. But Tehseen Poonawala, polygamy thrown out of the window if this bill becomes a law. Offsprings will have the same inheritance rights irrespective of gender. Divorce procedures are being streamlined. Custody issues are being streamlined. Why should religion be brought into something when rights of women and children, as envisaged by the makers of a constitution, finally being done in our country?
So Gaurav, that's the question I was waiting for. So first of all, let me just put my view out here. Jai Shri Ram is not at all a slogan that terrorizes anybody. If that is the logic, then even Allahu Akbar has been used to blow up buildings. So, I mean, slogans can't be held responsible. Congratulations to the BJP members. They can chant Jai Shri Ram, they can chant Vande Mataram. It is a free country. Here is the issue with the UCC. First of all, it's not the Uniform Civil Code. Let's be clear. And congratulations to India today. You all call it the Uttarakhand Civil Code. There's nothing uniform about this code. Why? Because tribals have been kept out. If this bill was so good, why should our tribal girls not get the same rights that Hindu Muslim girls are getting? Now let me just come to the UCC Jumla, the Jumla that this is. The first state to ever have UCC in this great country of ours is Goa. And in Goa, the Chief Minister of Goa is on record to India Today saying that a man in Goa, a Hindu man about the age of 35, can remarry if he does not have a male child. And the Chief Minister of Goa is on record to India Today saying, no, this will not change. From where the state from where the most honorable Prime Minister and Home Minister come, that is Gujarat, there is something called a Maitri Karar, where a man can have a girlfriend on record, registered. He can have a girlfriend despite having a wife. That they don't want to remove. They don't want to bring tribals into the ambit. So it's not UCC for this country. The fact of the matter is, and allow me to put statistics, these statistics are via Ministry of Health Affairs, Family Welfare Department, given to the Honorable Supreme Court on affidavit. Please ask your viewers to Google it. 88% of the children who are married below the age of 10 are unfortunately Hindu kids. This has got nothing to do with religion.
No,
this is justice.
If it's illegal, it is being removed. If it's illegal,
Gaurav,
it is
that's the
illegal.
point.
This law makes it illegal. Children's marriage is being made illegal.
Gaurav,
At last 1 minute on the
Gaurav,
show,
please allow me.
RP Singh quickly
Gaurav,
respond.
I've
At the last 1 minute,
I've not made my point.
1
Gaurav,
minute
allow
on the
me.
show to
Gaurav,
get,
just
you
allow-
made certain
I
allegations.
didn't.
RP Singh quickly
Gaurav,
respond.
I just want to make the point. Gaurav,
to
just
that
give me
1
10
minute.
seconds.
I have 30 seconds.
10 seconds.
Well, if there is not, give me a second, Taseen, please.
No, 1 second.
I mean, if there is something, there is a flaw in Goa. Give me a second, Taseen. You made your point in Goa and Gujarat, but this is being done in Uttarakhand, not in Goa and Gujarat. And if something needs to be improved in Goa and Gujarat, they need to be improved. Let's accept that. If there are some flaws in the laws in the Goa and Gujarat, they need to be improved. We are a progressive nation. I mean, let's admit that. Let's accept and let's welcome what's been done in Uttarakhand. And let this
Who's government in Goa?
I've run out of time on this
Where
part of the show, but this is exactly why we wanted this to be debated and discussed the way it would be in the State Assembly and in multiple other fora. To all my guests for joining me here on this India Today special, many thanks. Coming up next, film Fighter starring Hrithik Roshan and Deepika Padukone faces a huge controversy. An Indian Air Force officer has slapped a legal notice against the film over a kissing scene wearing the IAF uniform. Shiv Arur gets us more on the other side of a quick break.
के चुनाव को देखते हुए ये सारी बातें उनको छोड़े हुए इतने साल हो गए। ये सब बातें चुनाव के पहले भारतीय जनता पार्टी जिसका आत्मविश्वास डगमगा रहा है, जो उनके इंटरनल आंकड़े हैं उनको 200 के पार नहीं ले जा रहे हैं, इसलिए सब चीजें की जा रही हैं। और ये राहुल गांधी की यात्रा की लोकप्रियता से घबराकर सब किया जा रहा है। मैं सिर्फ इतना कहना चाहता हूँ, कुत्ते में वफादारी होती है और शर्मा जी, विश्व शर्मा जी, मुख्यमंत्री जी, आप में तो वो भी नहीं है। आप न कांग्रेस के वफादार थे जिसके झंडे को आप सलाम करते थे, और आप बीजेपी के भी नहीं होंगे। आप अवसरवादी हैं, मौका परस्त हैं। जितना आपकी चाबी भर दी जाती है आप उतना ही बोलते हैं। जो चीजें झूठ, बेबुनियाद, कंकॉक्टेड हों उस पर मैं बोलने से इनकार करता हूं। सिर्फ इतना कहना चाहता हूं कि बिस्किट कुत्ते को खिलाया जाता है, तो इसमें कौन सी बड़ी बात हो गई। जहां तक और कुछ, उससे मैं दृढ़ता से इनकार करते हुए इतना कहना चाहता हूं, कुत्ते से वफादारी सीख लो मुख्यमंत्री जी।
Sir, on Maldives, could we have handled this important country in our neighborhood differently? We now have a president who's very pro-China, belligerently anti-India, wanting the Indian military in whatever little deployment we have out. How concerned are you about how the India-Maldives equation is playing out?
Every country has its politics. In democratic politics, you have contrasting positions. We have to accept that all our neighbors will have their own politics, and